But our first topic of the day is going to be our great, grandiose Ant-Man and the Wasp. So this is Marvel's Phase 5
Anti-Man.
beginner. Anti-Man. Oh, God. Okay, yeah. Anti-Man and the Wasp. So this is Marvel's Phase 5, the beginning of Marvel Phase 5. So I don't understand why it's so difficult to say today. And obviously the first reactions are coming out because it had its world premiere yesterday. That was in Hollywood, I believe. I'm pretty certain it was in Hollywood anyway. And interestingly, the review embargo is 3 days before the film's release, which is, it's not like, it's kind of one of those things that you go like, oh, okay, you know, when it's really, really close to the film's release, it does tend to be a bad sign. It's not always indicative of that, and that is important to note. But I think what is important to note is, you know, Marvel hasn't been doing great when it comes to their films lately. You know, they haven't had the best reaction to a lot of their films, and this seems to be middling. You know, it's kind of mixed. It's not overwhelmingly positive, it's not overwhelmingly negative either. And this article just has a few which we'll sort of go through. But first things first, is this a film that you're looking forward to, Paulie? Do you care about this? I think you said already, due to, I don't want to put words in your mouth, but due to Black Panther, you couldn't give a shit about this.
Yeah, pretty much. So that would be no. Not looking forward to it. Not planning to go.
Straight up no.
Straight up. So yeah, that's it.
Yeah, Tom, I know you don't like venturing out your house because you live in, I think, and I quote, "butt fuck nowhere." I think.
Yeah, I think it's late enough in the stream. You can say that
now. So yeah, I'm aware you don't like leaving your house very often. Will you be leaving to go and watch this?
I've been on the fence about it. I mean, I really haven't seen, if you don't count Spider-Man No Way Home, I mean, I went to see Thor and Doctor Strange. So, I mean, like, I haven't gone to see one that I've wanted to see since Spider-Man. So, I mean, I may take it in just because, you know, we always end up talking about these movies at nausea. But I didn't go see Wakanda Forever, or Eternals, or Shang-Chi. And I didn't really feel like I missed out on anything either. So, at this point, I'm just kind of like, I'll wait and see what some of my friends say. Like, you know, people we know here, you know, Chris Gore and other people, if they like it, maybe I'll go check it out. But other than that,
not even my opinion. You don't care about.
Well, if you get to see it ahead of time and you say you like it, then I'll take that into consideration. Yeah,
I will. There's very few films I get to see ahead of time nowadays.
That's what I'm saying. Like, yeah.
It's very, so if you don't know, that's very insular. Hollywood's very insular. They're very, if you're in Hollywood, you might get to see it in Hollywood. But if you're outside, screeners are few and far between.
Very rarely, yeah.
Yeah. It's
especially for something like this, I can understand. So yeah, like, I mean, but that's the thing, is if I don't go see it like opening night, unless it's something I personally want to see, the chances of me going to see it after opening night are slim to none then. Because it's like,
what's you said you're on the fence. Like, what would teeter you to go?
A much better trailer.
Paul Rudd.
Let me see what Bill Murray's up to, if he's going to be in it for more than 5 minutes.
Right.
Entice me into the theater. Yeah, exactly. I know he's not gonna, and I have nothing like this bad guy Kang. I hated him in Loki, so I'm not.
Different version.
I get it, but the whole thing, I think. Yeah, it's the same actor, but my whole thing is just the whole idea of the whole thing, what they're going for here. I'm just not a fan. Not a big fan of the multiverse shit anyway, so.
Yeah. That's true. I mean, so from my personal opinion, like, and I did this when the trailer released, I just said and I think we've discussed it here, there's absolutely nothing which differentiates the aesthetic of the quantum realm with the cosmic realm. It all looks the bloody same. And there's a certain element of creative bankruptcy due to that design element. And there's no stakes with that, you know? Like, the beauty of Ant-Man was seeing him interact with real life objects, whether he's large or small. Now, in the quantum realm, it means nothing, because these are not objects. He's not interacting with anything that we know, that we see, that's tangible, that we can go, I use that kind of bath. I sit in there. Do you know what I mean? There's nothing.
No, absolutely. I get, and that's what I didn't care for so much out of the second film, is it took us out of, that was what I loved about the first movie. And I said it was one of the better 3D experiences because, like you said, you had all the real world stuff. The scale of that normally. So, you can, in your head, your mind, what you're looking at. And it looks really cool to see him, playing through the bathtub scene and all that kind of stuff in the first movie was really neat in 3D. The second movie was a lot of Fugazi weird stuff, like Doctor Strange, same kind of thing. Yeah, it looked kind of neat to look at with colors and stuff, but there's no real sense of it. Yeah, it's just kind of.
What's a Fugazi?
It means nothing.
What's a Fugazi?
It's the same thing, only if you're gay.
I was trying to do a scene from Donnie Brasco with you, man.
You know how long it's been since I've seen that movie?
You're trying to do yeah. I like that film. Donnie Brasco is great.
It's a good movie. Yeah,
love that film.
Great film.
Actually, I have both versions of it too. Now that I think about it.
Fugazi.
Well, let's have a look at the social media reactions. Now, I can pick up on because these are the first reviews, right?
I'm just being.
Yeah, I know you're being an ass. So,
and some of the guys that were the first to come out, with what do you call it? The Black Panther movie earlier.
Yeah.
I see the same Jokers coming out right now.
Well, exactly. This is the thing, isn't it? You're right. So, this is why I always enjoy doing this. I always enjoy doing it. I always have done. I always find it fascinating. But there is one or two surprises in here, right? And you tell me what surprises you. So Eric Davis says, Phase 5 has begun. Yeah. Circle jerk. The new Ant-Man movie is like a psychedelic roller coaster.
About to wreck.
Full of frightening and hilarious oddities. Plus one very menacing Kang. Big Star Wars vibes. Meet the MCU at its freakiest and most inventive. MODOK is a riot, but Jonathan Majors conquers. Loved the ride.
I'm sorry, when you said that about Star Wars vibes, something came up. I almost hurled. I almost hurled.
I said be on camera more, but if you're going to vomit, quickly just flick it off, all right?
All right.
So Eric Davis continues, says, definitely make sure you stay for the credits because there are significant things to see. There's 2 post-credit scenes, by the way, ladies and gents. I really dug how Ant-Man and the Wasp Quantumania is both a part 1 of Phase 5, but also a self-contained Ant-Man story that's funny and sweet and features a kick-ass Michelle Pfeiffer. Good stuff. Yeah, it's very... this is what I expect. This is the expectant review, right? And then we move on
That's not a review, man. That's not a review.
No, it's a reaction. It's the same thing. It's giving an opinion. I always say these are initial reviews. They absolutely are.
It's a paid opinion.
All right. Whoa, you calling Eric Davis a shill? Oh,
I don't even know who the fuck he is, man. Oh, sorry.
Anyway,
all I know is let me just say some insight to some of these bozos. They go on and do all this stuff on Twitter, and they're the things, and they got all the followers and the likes. And then you see these clowns at a Comic-Con, and they're doing a panel on some Wokoso thing, and they got 2 people in the damn room, where we go do a thing, and it's sold out. So what up?
Wow, Paulie's spitting hard.
Nah, man, I'm just like, I do not care. I do not care. These. I mean, how can anyone legitimately be excited like this for this?
Well, exactly. I mean, this is the thing with respect to Marvel at the moment. They have to go really balls to the wall to get people excited again. And you'll see something that comes through with this is that on this review especially, had a blast of Ant-Man and the Wasp Quantumania. Paul Rudd has never been better, and Jonathan Majors effortlessly conquers every second of screen time he gets. There's a very big focus on Jonathan Majors' villain in every single review. Now, some people would say that that's the paid element of these reviews, the talking point that's given, and that may genuinely be the case. I will say this is that it's not uncommon for people to talk about a new villain, though. But there does seem to be a trend with this. So we shall see. So again, we sort of covered that anyway. They say, how beautifully strange and mysterious the MCU still is. Had an absolute blast watching Ant-Man. Creative, irresistibly energetic, and filled with some great action sequences. Welcome, Jonathan Majors, such a badass. The effects are superb. I mean, I disagree. The effects we've seen in the trailers haven't been that great, and Marvel effects haven't been good for years now. In fact, they've been atrocious for years. So, sure, if that's a low bar for good effects. They've been terrible for a while.
So far, nothing really about the story yet, though.
Well, no, so someone did say here,
okay.
But the real star of the film is Jeff Loveness's script. So yeah, I sort of, I mean, I watched over that just to sort of move past, but that wasn't intentional to hide that part. Stephen Weintraub, Frosty Collider. Oh yes, or whatever it is now. Oh yeah, it's still Collider. Marvel's Ant-Man is a strong start to Phase 5. Oh yeah, just like Dark Fate was the best movie since Terminator 2. Oh yeah, strong start to Phase 5, is it? I mean, it's
loud
the start.
music and effects.
Yeah, I now understand why it's called Quantumania. Jonathan, fucking explain then, dickhead. Jonathan Majors is excellent as Kang. I cannot wait to see where this all goes. 2 after the credit scenes, and both are very good.
I wonder if that one review is on here that said something like, you have to take this movie as a bigger whole and not part of the end of another trilogy, but the beginning of a new. And I'm like, no, that's not how movies are supposed to work. I wish I had that review specifically up, but it's like making excuses for the film. I'm like, no, you can't just sit here and say the movie only works with everything else around it. It has to work on its own too. And that's a big overall cloud over the Marvel universe right now, is they've gotten so deep into this thing that you're lost if you haven't seen some of this shit.
Well, exactly. This is the interconnected element that is becoming their downfall, you know. But this is this. Well, I'm not. So
Marvel's got me in a bad mood. I got to tell you, man, I'm just in a bad effing mood with Marvel.
Scott Mendelson.
How the hell can Black Panther 2 get 5 Academy Award
Mendelson, what is this about here?
All right, go ahead.
Scott Mendelson. My son changed his mind at the last minute.
Did he hit his head?
And skipped seeing Ant-Man and the Wasp tonight. He sadly had the right idea.
Ouch.
That was the surprise.
Is somebody
a surprise?
Is somebody got some blackmail on Scotty? I mean,
maybe I think someone's not paying Scotty anymore.
There you go. Maybe that's it. I couldn't believe that. Maybe it was just like, oh, he was not shilling just out of pure principle. I mean,
no, what it is that he reached down and remembered he had a pair. Tell it like it is.
No.
Come on. I don't know if I'd go that far, Paulie.
He was binned off from.
I get what you're saying, but
he was binned off from a lot of his what he was working for, wasn't he? He was completely. Yeah.
I don't know the whole story behind the scenes, but he's only at the Wrap now. Yeah, he used to be at what the hell was that more prestigious paper? Forbes. Yeah.
Mm.
And stuff like that. So like, I don't know what his situation is now, but he blocked me like 2-3 weeks ago. And it was just funny because they made a big deal about it, which is weird because I've been giving him shit for years, like years and years and years and years have I been giving him shit. And finally, all of a sudden, just out of the blue, he decides he's going to block me. It's like, okay, I must have really hit a chord with him too. Cause I didn't even come at him that hard. I don't even remember what it was all about. I did a video about, or a show about it way back when, but
there is one. Oh, go ahead. I'll wait.
So there's this.
I'll wait. Just put me in my place.
Wait, we need to get through some of this so we can round it up. So Ant-Man and the Wasp is a lot of things: loud, supersized, and constantly dialed up to 11. Too bad so little of it feels new, visually creative, or just plain interesting. Not even Jonathan Majors can save this hollow, repetitive exercise in weird stuff happening. I mean, that is a brutal review.
That is
brutal. We have this one. Ant-Man is such a fun way to kick off Phase 5.
It's fun.
By comparison to what? Joseph Deckelmeyer?
What kicked off Phase 4?
I literally have no idea. It all blends into one lump of
shit. What was it?
Anyone in the chat?
I don't remember now. I'm trying to remember. It was whatever was after Endgame. Was it?
I literally have no idea. Was it not?
Black Widow.
Ant-Man 2 and no, because Ant-Man 2 and Captain Marvel came out between.
Everyone's saying
was
Black
it the
Widow.
second Spider-Man? It was the second Spider-Man movie. I think Iron Wolf is right.
Second Spider-Man?
It was Spider-Man, yeah, the second one.
Oh God, that was years ago.
That's what I'm saying. Like, yeah, I think so. Let me double check here, but
well, we have this one from Sean Keane. Ant-Man has way too much going on. It's tough to connect emotionally to any of it. Jonathan Majors Kang is a charismatic, intense baddie and visually awesome, but the threat he represents is too abstract. And again, February 14th is the embargo release date.
I guess it was Black Widow it began with. Okay.
After a frustratingly rough Act 1, Ant-Man finally gets going, only to end where this story should have began. While the external stakes are clear and weighty, emotional drive felt slight, and levity even lighter. That said, Jonathan Majors rules. Jonathan Majors is the talking point.
Oh, he's a great actor.
He is good.
That's the thing I was going to add. I absolutely love watching him and anything he does. But
there's certain words, a force, conquering, etc.
Yeah.
Yeah, so this one's obviously positive. Every franchise has to get weird. MCU's done it. Ant-Man, blah, blah, blah. Jonathan Majors, endlessly compelling, etc. Scary and shocking game changer. There's nothing scary about the MCU. Sorry.
Changing the game.
That one. Yeah, I know. So we have all of this, and then I don't think there's too. There is some more on the old Twitterverse, as it were. So we have it here. Oh, there you go. Paulie from the Latino Slant. Give him a follow, everyone. Follow me too at Mistake Reviews. J-Buck, the greatest MCU of Phase 5. What? That Phase 5 that has just begun, you fucking pleb.
Yes.
Jared.
Are you sure he's not being facetious?
Well, he's got TikTok 420.
Sarcastic genius. Exactly. Look right there. Sarcastic genius. I think that's a joke. That was the joke.
I don't. Well, maybe. Yeah, maybe.
Yeah, I think that's the joke because everybody always says it's the best of the.
Oh, he says also I haven't watched it. Yeah, we got Rick rolled straight away.
I was gonna say I think we got Rick rolled a little. Yeah.
Not only the best movie of. Is this another one? This can't be another one. Is this another one? What? Not only the best MCU movie of Phase 5, but
this has got to be a fake. Yeah,
this has to be another fake. Really?
It clearly is.
Is it?
I think so.
Well, look. Click on his page. Maybe let's see what else he's done.
I don't know.
Content creator. Oh, okay.
I don't think that is a joke. I think that's maybe
legitimate. I think it's for real. I think it's just.
I think that is actually real. Yeah. Sad. Anyway, it's not wholly positive for sure.
Makes me wonder if they ruined the movie with the reshoots like we had heard.
Goat Simulator, love it. Yeah, well, true. Well, that was what you heard, wasn't it, Paulie? That they changed the ending, basically.
Huh?
No, I think we had reported that. Andre had heard it actually. When the news had come out that they were doing reshoots, and we were all asking what was going on at the last minute.
I'm pretty certain it was Paulie that told us that on a stream.
Was it you, Paulie?
Wasn't it you, Paulie? You were telling us that they changed the end.
Talking about Ezra?
No. Quantumania.
About the film we're talking about right now, Paulie, mate.
All right.
Come on.
I'm so
head of the game, son.
Oh, okay.
No, it was because I had fuck, man. Give me a break, dude.
I will not give you a break on that one.
Give me a break.
No. I will absolutely not.
This is the best movie ever of Phase 5. Oh, it's the first movie ever of Phase 5.
Right. So, yes, it was you that told us that they...
I am a content creator.
It was you that told us that they changed
it was
the
me,
ending, right?
But that same week, the company I was with was also on Midnight's Edge. So that's why Tom was because it was Chris Gore and myself. And actually, Andre DM'd me to ask me about that, Tom. So
Yeah, I was gonna say I wasn't sure what all everybody was privy to in that whole situation, but yeah, because we did some checking out of it too.
Yeah, basically we were with a Marvel employee who's in the rooms of all the kind of like behind the scenes docs that they do, whatever. And that's what he told us. He actually said they actually had a pretty good but dark ending.
Yeah, and then the studio came in and we were kind of speculating that maybe Bob Iger just wanted to put his, stamp on it or whatever, which sounded to be kind of the case. And what we had heard from our side of things was that the reshoots weren't helping anything. They were making shit worse. They were making it more like the old Marvel stuff. Because like you were saying, Paulie, Peyton had done a more darker, serious toned film, unlike the first two films, which were a bit more comedic. And they tried to add in some more Marvel comedy.
Oh, so, did I do stuff that we were? Oh my God, I'm so sorry, chat. I did another F-bomb.
Did you really?
Mierd. Yeah, Tom. Yeah. The feedback from this person was that, that's what they're doing. That's like they're really coming in at the, at the last minute, literally, in a lot of these films, and changing a lot of these endings, and just what do you call it, editing by committee or whatever.
Well, this is something we've heard about Kevin Feige in the past now a couple times. This is one of the more popular complaints about the MCU, is that they will at the last minute make a bunch of changes in the movie, and then the special effects have been shit.
That's exactly what I was about to say. Yeah, because they literally do special effects up to the one.
So so this gentleman said that the cut before what we're going to see was actually pretty decent, pretty good. It was darker in tone, good adult ending, but then they went in there and jacked it up.